All right. Hello, hello, hello. Guys, let me know in the chat if you can hear and see me well, and we will start with today's session. Okay, I will just quickly check if everything is all right. Okay, great. We're live, and I can already see the first comments. Hi, guys. By the way, thanks for joining in. Hi, Gordana. Thanks for waiting in the chat. And guys, while we're waiting for everyone to join, feel free to network in the chat, share where you guys are coming in from, what you do for a living, and maybe I can help you with something for your website today. Okay, so I guess we will begin. And so, hi, my name is Nastya. I'm a content manager at Tilda, and today I'm excited to host a webinar on how to launch a website with no experience. And by no experience, I literally mean you just sign up for Tilda and you open your website editor and you don't know where to begin. You don't have any design background, you don't have any coding coding background whatsoever. So how do you approach actually building your website? Is it actually possible to create it on your own without hiring other people? So today we are going to attempt to create a fully fledged professional website without any need to hire developers, hire designers, all on your own. So I will give you a guide on how to, how to implement certain steps to, build and launch your website. Okay, so before I begin, just a quick reminder that we have an amazing newsletter and you can subscribe for more events like this. So we have a webinar schedule that you can access by just leaving your email at webinars.tilda.cc/n for our English-speaking audience. And if you're subscribed to our newsletter, you can actually get a nice bonus from us. So first people who subscribe to our mailing list actually get a promo code to test premium Tilda features for free. So make sure you do that. And also the recording is going to be sent to your email if you subscribe. So let's just go quickly over the agenda today. And so just talk about what we're going to do in this 1 hour that we have to build and launch a website. So first of all, we're going to talk about some, preparation steps before you start building a website. So we're going to talk about what you need to prepare beforehand so you are not lost when you're actually opening the page editor and start building your first website. So next we're going to go through, the website structure and going to talk about how to create a clear and user-friendly layout. And honestly, this layout is quite universal. So you can use it to, to build a website, to promote your product. You can create a portfolio with this layout. You can, promote some offline business that you have with it. So yeah, just, the basics that will get your website knowledge up and running. And so next we're going to, just explore how to pick a template or how to build your website from scratch using pre-designed blocks, how to customize it to, fit your content, fit your brand, fit your business. Then we're going to explore how to collect leads, how to connect custom domain, how to, track websites performance, talk about building analytics, how to connect your website to Google Analytics, stuff like that. And then finally, we are going to talk about how to actually prepare your website for a launch and promotion. So how to market your website, what tools you can access on Tilda to promote your website online. Okay, so this is just a quick overview. And if you watched our previous workshops, they were quite heavy with theory, right? So we have talked about how to, bring your concept to complete launch. And we went through every step, and learn the basics of website building. But today I'd like to try a bit of an interactive approach, a bit more practical approach. So we will still keep the theory here. So we're still going to talk about some basics, some essentials to building a good website layout, but we are going to do it as we go. Okay, so right now I will start to the preparation part in Figma, actually. So before we actually jump into Tilda and start building a website, I'd like to discuss just some preparation steps. What can you prepare beforehand? So let me go to my Figma, and I will just quickly go through the whole list of minimum content that you need to have ready before you click create new website. Okay, so I would like to, so when I was picking the theme for this workshop, I was actually aiming to, I was aiming to choose a topic that is connected to some offline business. So we have talked a lot about creating digital agency portfolios, photographers' portfolios, but they are all tailored to people who already have some experience in design, in marketing, in, just digital world in general. And today I would like to, target people who actually have no experience in any type of, social media, or they have never actually built anything online. Like they maybe have a social media page, but they never opened a website builder, so it's their first time, and they actually operate offline completely. Like it can be stuff like logistics, it can be stuff like some sort of private coaching. And today I picked a private tennis coaching services, and I will create a website for a tennis professional who would like to go online and promote their services within a website. Okay, so we have picked our topic, and I will quickly go through the content that I prepared for the workshop. So first of all, I took all the text, all the website copy, all the copywriting for the page, and I have pasted it here, so I don't have to come up with this as I go. So I have it ready. So what I did, I prepared a text for the hero section, I have prepared a text for about me section, service descriptions, call to actions, any type of text that I would need. And Tilda actually has a built-in AI assistant for generating text now, so we will try this feature as well. But just, for the sake of being safe, I also prepared some text beforehand. So I would recommend you to just decide what you would like to include in your website, and we will go more in depth about different sections on your website later. But just having a text about your business, what you do, what services you offer is always good when starting out. So you don't have a clean sheet. You don't have to fear that you don't have anything prepared. You already have some piece of information related to your website, and it's always good when you just first start out, when you're just a beginner. Okay, so next is visuals, and here, just because it's not a real business, but let's imagine it is. So you might want to compile all the personal or commercial pictures that you took, and they need to be really high quality. So they need to really complement your great website copy. So first you need to have a really strong text for your website, and then you need to have a complementing images. Okay, so it can also be free stock pictures or paid stock pictures if you have purchased a license. And today I used Unsplash and Pexels to curate a little gallery that you can see here. Okay, so let me check if everything is running. Yeah, great. So I also, I will create a cute interactive animation on the website. So it's really neat. It really takes seconds to set up, but it really gives you, a more interactive look and feel on your website. So I have included some, tennis balls that I will implement later. And I also uploaded a video that I will be using on the cover of my website. So I have prepared my text, I have prepared my images, and now I quickly will go over a color palette. It's super simple in my case, so I didn't. Usually 3 colors for your website is great. So you have 2 contrasting colors and 1 color that supplements the whole, the whole color theme of your website. So I have a lot of green here. So the bows are green, the tennis court is green, so I have chosen this khaki green to complement the rest, and just some black and white to go along. And finally, I have picked some fonts, a font combination. It's always good to have. It helps you straighten your brand online. And if you just first start out, it's like an extra step to make your website look really appealing, really beautiful. But Tilda actually has a built-in collection of fonts, so you can use Tilda Sans, which is a built-in font that goes by default. Okay, so now that we discussed quickly our content preparation part, I will quickly go through each section on the website and explain what should you place where. Okay, so here we go. So when we first start prototyping a website, we need to start with the menu. So menu is a must-have on every page. You need to, you need to look at it as a sort of map for your website. So when the user first enters your website, they need to have a clear understanding of the structure. And the better way to, illustrate this is by implementing a menu and, picking parts of your website that you really want, that you want your users to see, that you want your user to explore. It can also be a contact information, so ways to contact you, but it really needs to, to serve as a map for your website. So this is why it's really important to, keep your keep the menu on your website. And next is second important thing is hero section. So hero section serves as a storefront for your page. So basically it's the first thing that your visitor sees, and this is what actually, grabs their attention. This is what makes them stay on your page. And if you know the 15-second rule or 7-second rule, it's basically the theory that it only takes 15 seconds for a person to decide whether to stay on a website or to leave. And our attention spans are getting shorter and shorter, so you really need to act smartly. You really need to curate your website copy, your website visuals to grab attention and then inspire action with, a call to action. So we are going to discuss that. And what else? So once you grab the attention and prompted your user to explore your website further, you might want to illustrate what your business does. Okay, so it can be services descriptions, it can be portfolio section, anything that basically explains your users what you do is amazing to put after the hero section. Okay, so next, once you have explored what you do, and once your visitor actually discovered what you do, it's a good practice to put a sort of lead magnet or call to action. Again, it's again, you can always include more than one call to action on your website, but let's imagine you told about your services, and now you want to prompt your user to actually, try a trial lesson, try a freebie, try a sample of your work. And in in return, they will leave their contact information. They will generate a lead for you. So you will have their contact information that you can later use in your CRM, you can use in email marketing to promote your products, and the user will get a sample of your work. So it will be easier to start working with them later on. Okay, so next you can include About Me section. You can include About Me section before or after services descriptions, depending on how important it is for you. So About Me section just adds personality to your page. Sometimes it's better to include it after you included all the important information, but you can definitely be flexible with it. So next, it's good to have a social proof. So social proof is basically any type of testimonials, reviews that your previous clients gave you, and you can display it on your website to basically add, credibility to your page. So when the users who is on your page for the first time and they don't know your business yet, they can be convinced more easily to purchase your product, to contact you for a consultation or stuff like that, when they know that some people already have had the experience of working with you. So we will do that as well. And finally, after you did all the basic stuff, you can include any additional information like frequently asked questions, pricing, how it works section, any type of information that you will still like to feature on your website, but you didn't have the chance yet. This is the place to place it. And finally, you can add stuff like newsletter and a footer. So a footer is like a navigation point, but at the end of the page. So it also serves as a map. It serves as a place where you can store important information, legal information, stuff like public offer, stuff like cookie policy, anything like that. So you can store it all in footer. You can also include information about your social media, link important stuff to your footer, and it's just stored there nice and neatly. Okay, so this is the whole of it. So we just went through prototyping the initial layout, and we will go more in depth as we build our website. Okay, so first of all, let me jump into Tilda and let me check the chat if you have any questions. And by the way, if you have any questions, you can ask me and I will take some time to answer them later on. Okay. Okay, so let's create the new page. We basically click on here, and here you can basically choose a page from the template. So there are many templates. You can pick a business template, a store, a link in bio, a website template for event, for a blog, or you can pick a form template, any type of website template that you might need, and you can preview and create it right here. So I will go with a blank page and I will just show you how to build a website from scratch, so you actually have an understanding of how it works. When you don't have a template, maybe you don't have a template that fits your business. So this is a good chance to explore everything. Okay, so I click here and there is a block library and you can check every category here. And of course, since we discussed it, we are going to start with our menu. So, and for menu, I will go for, I actually have it saved here. So it's menu 309. 2. It's this transparent menu that will blend in with the hero section. Okay, so once we have it, we are not going to customize it. We're just going to leave it here and customize it a bit later. So then I have a cover. So I go to the block library again and I click on cover, and here you can, add any type of cover for your hero section. And I want to go with this one. Okay, so this is a pre-designed block for a cover that has a heading, subheading, a company name here, but I think I will delete it for now. So, and also I have a button and an email form. So I want to customize it so it looks, according to my idea. So what I would like to do first is, create a heading. So I go to my prepared website copy, and it's actually pretty simple. So it says personal tennis coaching. So I don't want to, put too much text here. So your headline should be really to the point. It should illustrate what your business does best, and it should be a really strong headline. So whether it's a message that you want to bring across, or it's any type of information that summarizes what your website is about. And my website is about personal tennis coaching. And, I think this headline is, quite keyword rich. So if I would, search online for some tennis coaching, I would probably look for something like this. So next, I want to include a little description. So I have a description prepared here, and I will include it right here. Okay, awesome. And now I want to upload a cover image. So I have my video prepared here, and I go to the content tab and I click on cover, and here I can include a background image, so I can replace the existing one, or I can include a YouTube link. So I will just paste my YouTube link here with some, tennis court footage that I found online. Okay, good. So we have our headline, we have our visuals. So right now I feel like the video is too dark. So I'm going to click here on the background, on the cover settings, and I will bring down the opacity of the gradient. So keep it on 20% so it looks better. Okay, so we have done this part, and right now, so I don't need this email form yet. So I want to include my email form a bit later on the website. So I will go to the blog settings, or actually I can go to the content tab as well, and I will click on input fields and just delete the input field number 1 with the email. So right now I only have a button that I can use to, to prompt my user, for example, to explore my services or to book a first lesson. And we will customize it a bit later. So right now I will go back and I will explain you how to connect a font, a custom font for your website. So right now we have a default font, which is Tilda Sans, and I want to go for the font that I picked. So I go back and I go to Site Settings, and here in a Fonts and Colors tab, I click here and I click on Custom Settings. So then I click on Google Fonts, and here you can see you can pick a font for a heading, and you can pick a font for the body text. So I will, since I will keep my body text as default font as Tilda Sans, I will only search for the heading font family. Okay, so here you have a built-in Google Fonts library, and you can preview your text here. So for example, I will insert coaching, and I can see how the text looks in different fonts. And also you can filter the type of fonts that you don't need. For example, you only need serif fonts, or you only need sans serif fonts. You can also check and uncheck it here. So let me see. I want to pick this one, Cormor Garmont, since I have decided to use it for my headings. I click select and I save my changes. Okay, so now that we go back to our web page, you can see that it is updated. Okay, so now what we're gonna do, we are going to customize our button. So let me copy and paste my call to action. So call to action is basically a text that will inspire action from your visitor. So for example, you want your visitor to, explore your portfolio. Then you insert explore my work. If you want your user to book a first class, like I want right now, you can include this text here. So any type of action that you want from your potential client, you are including it here. Okay, and I will insert it here. If you click on button style, you can customize the button. And so I want to, first of all, I will go to my saved colors. I will copy the hex number and I will paste it here. And what you can also do, which is a life hack if you want to, speed up your process. So if you click on plus here, this color will be saved in your saved colors library. So you don't need to go back and forth and actually copy and paste it over and over again. You have it saved neatly within your page. So I will do the same with my black color. I will click save, and I will do the same with my green color. Okay, and we're done. So we have all the colors, and I will choose my light color, this kind of creamy beige color that I picked. So I don't want to have any background color. Actually, I just want to have just, a transparent button. So I want to create a border color and insert the border width so it looks nice and neat like that. And now we need to change the color of our heading and subheading. And since my colors are already saved, all I need to do is just, select the color and, here at the top, pick it here in the from the saved colors. Okay, my voice is really low. Guys, let me know if you can hear me well, or maybe my mic is just too far away. Is it better now? Let me know. Okay. So anyways, I placed my mic here, so I hope it works better. But if it still doesn't work properly, let me know. Okay, so we are done with this part. So we have created our hero section. Right now, I just want to quickly go over the menu and change the color of the text so it fits my my color of this text here. Okay, and I go to menu items and I will select it here from the saved colors. Okay, great. We did that, and I also want to bring the opacity down again so my menu blends in with the page when I publish it. Okay, so we did that, and now I want to include the services. Let me go to the services category and click on this first block. So as you can see, you have already some layout prepared. So what you need to do, you just need to, upload your images, add your text, and you're good to go. So you don't have to do anything. You don't need to, also you don't need to adapt it for other screen resolutions. So which is really great. So it's already responsive. All you need to do is just fill it with the content. Okay, so I will include services here, and I also want to change my blog background color. So again, I want it to be slightly, slightly beige. Okay, so I have this, and now I just need to drag and drop my images and wait for them to upload them. And while I do this, I will quickly go over the content, over the comments, sorry, in the chat. Tasha says, hi, if I want to create a portfolio using template from Tilda, which template do you think is best for it in terms of structure? Tasha, if you stay until the end, I will quickly go and, try to pick a template for you. But honestly, if you follow the structure that I explained earlier, you can build it from scratch using different blocks. So this way you can customize it quicker. There are also many amazing templates from the pro section, but they require a bit of a learning curve because you have to know how zero block works. But honestly, by the end of the webinar, you will be familiar with most of the tools. And if you're still until the end, we will pick a template. Okay, so now I just quickly need to copy and paste my information again. Okay, so we have private lessons. We have group training. We have junior programs. So I will just leave the 3 of them here and the final one here. Okay, great, Tasha. I can see that my colleague helped you, but really, we will probably go back and I will just show you what type of template you can pick. Okay, so now we have our text prepared. And so we changed the color, everything is cohesive now, but I want to just, customize it a bit so it looks better. So what I want to do first is go to block header, more settings, and here what we have, it's actually a new feature, but you can bring up the radius of the pictures so the pictures have rounded corners. So you can customize it as you like. So here you can see that we have slightly rounded corners and it looks much better. Okay, and it's also, it applies the settings for the whole block. Okay, so now I just need to drag and drop my images. Can we show or hide an element for different viewports, like hide a list of menu items from navigation, but show a hamburger button only on mobile? Yes, you can, and I will show you it right now. Let me upload one more picture so we can proceed. Okay, so for example, the services section is, you want to, let's say, it's quite, hypothetical, but you want to hide them on your mobile version of the website. Let's say you don't want to show it, you just want to have, a cover section, a hero section, and don't need it. So you go to settings, and here you can basically adjust the block visibility on devices. So it's that easy. You just click save, and now this yellow badge appears here that indicates that this block only works on devices that are 320 pixels wide. So I will quickly go and and you can also, for example, if you want to have this block enabled for just mobile devices, you can create another block and enable it for other devices. Simply as that. So you go and you just, adjust it here and it will work. So it will only show on devices that are bigger or smaller than the range that you adjusted. Hope it helps. And it's in the settings tab. Okay, so what is missing? So I would like to include buttons, and let me go to the content tab again. So I want to add a button, just prompting my visitor to explore it or to book a lesson from every section of my services page. And what I do here, I just insert book now, and I will repeat the same phrase. Book now and book now. Okay, so I click save and close. So right now you see that the button doesn't match my color palette. So what I do, I will go to button style and I will just change it. Or you can change it in the settings as well, but I will do it here in the pop-up. So the text color is going to be black. The black background color, I'll just delete it. And the border color will be black as well. And the border width will be 1 pixel. And you can see it applies all the styles of the button to all the buttons in the block. Okay, great. So we have it enabled here. So right now I feel like you can see that the text here is not the one we want. So we want to have Tilda Sans in our body text. So let me go to the settings, then to typography tab, and I will quickly change. Oops, no, that was not what I was intending. So the title is Corman Garmont, like we picked, and the description is going to be Tilda Sans. And great. So next we need to change the style of the buttons, because I also want it to be Tilda Sans. So I go to buttons and I click on show more settings, and I click here on Tilda Sans under button font family name. So basically any type of customization that is not related to content, you can do it in the settings tab. So if you want to change the color, if you want to change any type of visual elements, you can do it in the settings. So change the color, change the radius of I don't know, of your image or anything like that, you can do it in the settings. Okay, so, and I also want to make my font light and probably just increase. I don't need the shadow. Oops. Yeah, just make it normal. Okay, great. Save and close. And probably I want to, I want to highlight private lessons. I want the text to be uppercased. So I go to the settings and I go to typography. I go to the title and I click on uppercase. And now it's adjusted like that. Okay, so we have done this part, and now let's go and create our lead magnet or a call to action. So actually, I want to explore something that is not a pre-designed block, but rather a editor that allows you to be super flexible with your designs. And for those who are new, it's called Zero Block, and you can access it here in the library when you scroll all the way down and click here, or you can click here in the Fast Actions menu. So I click on Zero Block, and I will show you how it works in a second. So I click on block editor, and I will delete all default elements first because I don't need them. So Zero Block basically allows you to create your own custom designs, place text, place videos, place, images, just as you like. You can also change the size of the grid container, and I will quickly go to the settings, and first I will add a background image. So let me upload my background image, which is going to be this one. Okay, and while we wait, I will scroll the chat. Okay, so now we have our background image uploaded, and I want to make it darker. I want to, cover it. So I want to apply a filter. a filter here and a filter here. So now it's looking darker, so I can place my text and it will look nice, and the contrast will stay in place. Okay, so now I want to include a short heading, and let me go and click on text. So I will add text. I will copy and paste my call to action, which is book a trial lesson. So it will basically allow me to give my visitor a sample of my work, and it will also be a point of contact with my potential client. So if they book my free lesson, they will become a customer, and I can later on convince them, for example, to book a session with me or pick a subscription. Okay, so I will change the color of the text like so, and I will also change the typeface and make my text bigger. So you see, within ZeroBlock, you can move it as you like. You can also adapt it to different screen resolutions, like so. So you can do it for mobile devices. I'll do it a bit later, but basically it allows you to be super flexible with how you place elements within your layout. So I will center it here and here by clicking on those alignment icons. And also I need to add a button. So I click plus and I click add button. And again, I want to customize it to say book free lesson. Okay, great. And now I need to change the background color again. I want it to be transparent, but I also want to add a border, and you can click on the border section here and choose the color and the size. Okay, great. So it's looking really good. And I can also center it so it's right in the middle. Okay, so now I want to add a bit of animation, and how you do it in ZeroBlock, super easy. So for example, I want to animate some elements, and in my case, it's the tennis balls that I just want them to move and make the whole section more interactive. And I didn't include any animation before, just, I had my video cover, but otherwise I didn't have any, interactive elements. So now I want to just paste my tennis balls here. And I click on image. Okay, so I want the balls to move on the page when I move my mouse cursor. So first, and I want to emulate a sort of, fake 3D effect. So when my visitor hovers over the button, or hovers on like within the block, the elements will move slightly. So the whole section will be just slightly more fun, slightly more interactive. So what I will do first, and let me save it first. So I want to blur a bit. So here in this tab, in the settings, I click under effect, I choose blur, and then I blur it just a bit like so. And I will do the same. And I'll choose the opacity a bit. And here I will keep it like so. So what I want to do now is I want to create a mouse parallax effect. So when I hover my mouse within the block, I want my elements to move slightly. So I go to basic animation. It's right here when you scroll all the way down, and I click under parallax, I click mouse, and then I choose the distance for the movement. And I click save, and I do the same with the rest. So I choose mouse parallax, I choose my distance. So I don't want the distance to be, you know, the same for all elements. So I want them to move in a slightly different way. So I do that, and I select it here. So now let me save and close the 0 block. So, and you can see that we are done with our custom block that we created from scratch. So let me publish my page, and let's see how it works. Okay, so you can see the video, then you scroll down and you have the services section, and you have this little effect that, you know, kind of brightens our lead magnet. So any type of interactive element will contribute to user experience and will make your user pay attention, stay longer, and contribute to how your website basically helps you convert visitors into clients. So, and let me just bring the opacity down just a bit here, and we will move to the rest. Okay, so we have all here, and I will click save and close. And we are ready to move to the next part. So the next part is about me section. So let me quickly find it here. And I want to go for this blog. But again, we need to customize the layout a bit so it looks cohesive. So tiny details like button styles, like fonts, and stuff like that really contribute to the whole look of your website. This is what really sets apart the professional website from a newbie website. And we are beginners, but we want to look professional. So make sure you really customize each button to fit a certain style. You pay attention to the color palette. So, and if you pick a pre-designed block, while the design is already done for you, we have a whole team of designers who actually develop and think through every block and adapt it for different devices. So there are some parts where you actually need to sit and tweak and twist, the design so it fits the style of your website. So I will quickly upload all of my visuals. Okay. Okay, let's just wait a bit for it to be uploaded and we will try something fun. So right now I want to quickly again just match this block um, to others just color wise so it looks consistent. Okay, so I click first, I change the background color so it's beige again. Then I want to go to I will go to the background color and make it green. So this is the supplement, like the supplement color that we picked earlier. So we have two colors and one to just, you know, highlight certain sections. So, and then I want to make my radius 15 pixels again. So I click save and now I need to change the color of my separator. Then I go and change the color of my text, title and description. Okay, and I can also choose the button color here. So I click here, and I make my radius 30. So we had a square button and we need to make it slightly rounded. So I do it here as well. So, okay, so right now I want to try Tilda's AI assistant. So let's say I didn't generate, I didn't know what to write about myself. So, right, it's super hard to write about you when you most need it, right? So let's imagine a client asks for your portfolio and you need to finish this about me section and you just can't do it. So this is, I think, where AI comes in very handy, and we will try to generate a text with the built-in AI assistant. So I click on I just check that I agree to the terms of use, and I click on the next step. And right now I need to include a description of my website. So let me see. So I need to specify the area of my business, and my business is private tennis coaching. Okay, so I have specified what my website is about, and now I need to write a prompt. So I'm writing write an about me section for, let's say the person's name is Jeremy Brown. A professional tennis coach. And what else? But make it simple and informal. So I don't want, as you know, an overly posh description. So I want something fun, and I click generate, and okay, I probably did something wrong, but okay, so about me text for Jeremy Brown. Make it informal. Okay, I'll try to make it shorter and see how it works. Okay, it worked. Okay, so, and we have our copy ready. And it says, hi, hello, I'm Jeremy, a personal tennis coach. Been hitting the court almost all my life and can't imagine my life without it. I think it's great. I think it's great, and we have generated from the first attempt. So we'll click apply, and my about me section is ready. So right now I just need to change the border of my image so it's consistent too. Okay, and we're done with about me part. So what else? Um, we need to add some reviews, and I go to reviews category, and let me pick it here, and I will pick just, you know, just the most basic block for it. Okay, and since I have an image here again, I will quickly upload an image for my review section. Okay. Mm. Okay, maybe a bit later. So I will change. Okay, so first let me change the color so it looks cohesive again. So block background color. Okay, so go to cards, and I will quickly change the background. I will pick the border radius and change the color of the title, and also make it uppercased. Oops, no, it's this one is for the cards, and I need to go to main settings and okay, I will just change it here. I type in what my clients say and include it and change the color. Okay, and we're done. I'll probably remove the emoji, although the emojis are great. Okay, so now I need to change the image. So let me just pick this picture again, and we will wait for it to load. Okay, I click save and close, and so I have the same image, but I will change it a bit later. So right now I will just quickly copy and paste just a few reviews that I prepared. And so if you don't have reviews yet, what you can do is to ask your clients for reviews. So you can, even if you're just starting out, and for example, if you do some spec work, you do some, you know, free projects, or if you volunteer, you can still ask for reviews, right? So you can still, you know, get client testimonials. Okay, and I will leave the third one here, and I will change it later. Okay, so next, what we can include, we can add a how it works section, for example. We can just, share what our process, what it's like to work with a tennis coach. Or we can do something like timetable. So if you're a fitness coach, if you have any type of, business that relies on, people registering for your services, it will be a good practice to include some sort of, program and include it on your website. Okay, but I will go for just how it works section, and I will include a simple thing here. Okay, so, and let me go and again change the color of the block and just play with the text just a bit. Okay, and like so. Save and close, and this part is ready. So what we can do now? So we can include stuff like pricing, frequently asked questions, and you can, check it out. There are different blogs for that, but we also need to, to leave a sort of form by the end, so we can, generate a lead from your user. So I will go to form, and I will include it here. So let's say I want my user to subscribe to my newsletter so they don't miss my announcements. So this is what I do. I'll just leave an email form and connect it to my CRM, or to any type of services that you use to manage your leads and work with the emails that you get from people. Okay, so let me go and again just tweak and twist my button. And so I probably will make my button green just to highlight it, so we had a lot of the same buttons throughout the website. So this one I just want to highlight just a bit, and let me save it. And now I need to go to the settings and again work with my text style. So first make the title uppercase. Then I want to make my font description font Tilda Sans, and I'm good to go. So I will customize it, and also I want to quickly upload. Okay, it's lagging, but let me do it through the content tab. Okay, I click on cover and I quickly upload. I'll go for the same picture that I used. Okay. Okay, click save and close, and I want to bring my opacity to 30% again, so it's not as bright. or as dark in that sense. Okay, and probably a bit more on the lower end. Okay, so it looks nice, but I think my button doesn't really pop, so I want to change it, and I want to, you know, make the edges of my email form a bit rounded. So again, I insert 15 pixels here, and I click on button style, and I want to make it, you know, a bit brighter. Okay, and let me do the same what I did before. Honestly, it's just, you know. Okay, good. So right now I want to make my cover slightly darker. So it looks like this. And here within the form, you can connect Tilda CRM or connect, you know, any services that you use to manage your leads. Okay, so we are done with this part. And what else? What else do we have? So we need a footer. We need a good footer, and you can access it right here. And I will not make it, you know, overly complicated, so I will just include a basic information. And right now, since I have my website layout ready, I actually can, you know, customize my menu and my footer, because I know what parts of my website are there and what I want to highlight. So I go to content, and I will go to menu items, and I will just change it here, the parts of my website that I have created today. Newsletter and contact. Okay, great. And looks like we're done with our website design. So let me go to the menu and repeat the same that I did with the footer. So about me, services. We had reviews and newsletter and contact. So how can you actually link these parts of the website to your menu? So we will do it by picking an anchor link. So you go to the other category and you go to anchor link. So this will be kind of an internal link that will allow you to link different sections of your website to buttons, to menu items, stuff like that. So I'll go to content and I will insert an anchor link, which is going to be services. Okay, save and close. And now then I will add anchor links for about me section. About, then I will do the same for the reviews. So you want to place the anchor link before the blog. So, and we have reviews and And now, oops, we will go to the content tab and we will access menu items, and I'll insert a hashtag and a name of an anchor. Services, reviews, and so on. So I click save, and let me see if I can remove these black bars. Okay, let's publish a website and see how it looks. Okay, and then we scroll, we can explore different services. We can play with the tennis balls a bit, and it looks slightly more interactive, slightly more fun. Then we go to About Me section. And then we have reviews, how it works, and our email list. Okay, looks like we are done with the design, but we still need to prepare a website for launch and for promotion. So what we can do is we go back to the site settings, and I will quickly go and just explore what tools Tilda has to help you promote your website. So first I go to site settings, and I will quickly show you what you can do. So first of all, if you have a domain, a custom domain that you bought off of the services that you used, you can connect it here quite easily. So you just insert it and follow a guide to set it up. And then you can view the analytics of your website. So right now, since we just published a website, so we have one session, we don't have a lot of information to work off. But, once your website is live, you can actually use this built-in analytics to, monitor how your website is performing, how many visitors you have, and, manage or see how, how your lead generation is performing and stuff like that. So we have analytics and we have SEO. So search engine optimization is super crucial if you want to, to basically be discoverable online. So be discoverable on search engines, on let's say on Google, on Bing, whatever search engine you're using. So first of all, you can connect a safe protocol, connect an HTTPS, and you can get SSL certificate from Let's Encrypt and connect it to your website, so your website is secure. So next, you can view Tilda's SEO assistant. So for example, here on the page that we created, it advises us to set up an H1 tag, and we will go back and we'll set it up later. So I click close, I go to site settings, and what else? You can connect your website to Google Search Console. So usually when you publish your website, it takes time to be, to be discoverable on Google. So for example, you publish your page and Google needs some time to actually, crawl your website, understand what it's about, check any keywords, check your website structure, and only then it will appear in the search. But what you can do to speed it up, you can connect your website to Google Search Console. So, and you can do it here again and in the SEO settings. Okay, so what else? So you can also export your website, but it is only possible on business plan, so it's not possible on personal plan. But since we don't do any code in here, we don't need code export as well. So here in the data collection services, you can actually connect everything that we discussed previously. So whether you're using, a CRM platform, maybe it's a Tilda's built-in CRM or something else like Salesforce or Beatrix, you can connect it here. You can also go and connect email marketing services from GetResponse to MailChimp to SendGrid, Bravo, anything you like, anything you're using, you can connect and send emails with. Okay. So payment systems, if you have a store or if you have a membership, you can connect payment services, but since we didn't build an online store today, we are not going to explore it, but it's just an option. You can also build a store on Tilda, and you can create any type of membership, like online course or any paywall on your website that allows you to monetize your content. And if you want a webinar on that, we will gladly do it, because I think just you can create a lot with the tools that Tilda offers, and not only and to just monetize your content, which is always nice. So for header and footer, it's good to set a header and footer for every page if you have a multi-page website, but since we don't have it now, we're just gonna skip this step. Okay, and you can transfer the website to another user via email address or delete the website. Okay, so, and you can also, like I said, you can connect the membership and invite collaborators if you want to, if you want to collaborate with other web designers and so on. So now, since we explored the site settings, now we're just going to prepare our page to be published. So I go to the settings, and I need to just basically describe my page. So tennis coaching, let's say I'm located in Berlin, and I will include it here. It's always good to include your location, so when people search your website online, they can actually use the location keyword to discover you. So it's always a good practice to put sort of a certain place you operate at. Okay, so in page descriptions, I will quickly include information about myself. And since I'm a personal tennis trainer, tennis coach with over 10 years of experience, and I'm providing group trainings, private, or I will say private and group trainings. Private and group trainings, and that's it. I think it's a good start. So I have enough keywords, for a potential client to discover me. Okay, so I go to settings again, and I will quickly you can see here in the badge. So this is basically a preview of your website. And if now we need to update how your website looks. So let me upload this one. So this is basically when you paste a link somewhere and you have a preview of this link. This is where your badge comes in handy. So if you have an old picture, your website will just look wrong. Okay. Or for example, if you're using templates, like pre-designed templates, and if you don't customize your page settings here, your business will just look like a business in the template. So for example, you pick a consulting template and then you make a portfolio, like web design portfolio out of it. And you don't change the information here, your portfolio will appear as a consultation business online. So you better change this part. Okay, so I have uploaded here. Next, I go to social share preview, and here you can see that my description and my image matches my website. And in the SEO settings, you can see the preview of how my website looks like. Okay, and I can also export and, duplicate, delete, move page. So what else do I need to do? I need to update my URL. So I save it and I go to site settings, and I want to, so right now I don't have a custom domain connected. So I will use the subdomain on Tilda, and it works literally the same. It just has .tilda.vs at the end, but it doesn't affect your SEO, it doesn't affect literally anything. So a lot of websites actually have the subdomain of Tilda. So if you didn't buy a domain yet, you can use the subdomain just as well. And I will include just what I did previously. Okay, good. So I save changes and I go to my page again. I open it up and this is our website that we built, not exactly in 1 hour, but I was rambling a bit, so it's actually possible to, build a big part of the website in just 1 hour. And okay, so this is how it looks. Guys, if you have any questions, let me know in the chat. And okay, let me go back to my presentation. And let me see what is happening in the chat. Okay, I'm so glad, Yusel, that my colleague helped you. But if you have any questions, you can always ask, reach out to us in our support, and we will get back to you. Okay, so we are ready with a website and we're done with today's workshop. I hope it was useful, and I guess we'll meet each other next time. In the meanwhile, follow us on social media, follow us on here on YouTube, and also follow us on Tilda, on Instagram, on Twitter or X. And we actually publish a lot of, freelance /marketing /web design related content. So it's not just about using a website builder, but it's just so much more topics that you can learn from. But we also post a lot about our upcoming features, updates, and we had a big lineup of little cool updates that we actually explored a bit today. So make sure you stay tuned and follow us subscribe to us on YouTube and follow us on Instagram. Okay, and until the next time, bye bye.